Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning into the One and One Music Review Show. You are tapped in. I am your host, Empress Rose, and coming to you live from the Music Lab. Keep it vibing, keep it vibing. We have an awesome show for you today, okay? I'll be right back. But for right now, keep vibing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in and checking us out each and every week. I could not do it without you. So, to our listening audience, I thank you for tuning in each and every week and lending to me your listening ear. Yes. Welcome. This is the One and One Music Review Show. You are tuned in with, I am your host, Empress Rose, and I thank you for tuning in each and every week and lending to me your listening ear. We have an awesome show for you. And I am going to get right into some other music in just a few minutes, okay? But before we get into today's list of Yes, that are included on this week's show. I am happy to be back. I have been away for 2 weeks and I am absolutely just loving the fact that it is. I am in studio today and I'm able to vibe with everyone about this awesome music that I've been listening to by today's guest. So, as we go into the one-on-one review show, music review show, just a rundown of our weekly show and what exactly it entails and the relevance of bringing you this awesome show. So a rundown of the one-on-one music review show. All songs included in our one-on-one music review show are based on the merits of each artist's musical production and not on fan base or record sales. And all songs included in the week's shows are by artist submissions or recommendations by fans. The musical content is judged by the quality of the recording, the listener impact, of course, that is the message, creativity, and overall sonic quality. Keep vibing, keep vibing, keep vibing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the Music Lab, the one-on-one music review show. Again, I am your host, Empress Rose. And each and every week, we aim to please, we do not disappoint. Well, this week, we have, straight out of Namibia, we are talking about Namibia's finest. We're talking about rapper iLLEST. Is going to be up first and foremost. We are going to get into the legendary sounds of General GT straight out of Jamaica. And to top it off in today's broadcast, the talented Gaza Kim. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta tune in and listen to all three interviews because today we're on a different vibe. And so, to get it popping, I am going to introduce just what you look forward to in today's show. Okay, here we go.
BLM elite fire stripe a problem on the beat. Good morning to you and you and you. I love you. Good morning world, I'm so happy today. I'm so happy today. Cha-cha shine him light for me. Yesterday my life dry like desert. Today I got rain. Good morning world, I'm so happy today. I'm so happy today. Cha-cha shine him light for me. Yesterday my life dry like desert. Today I got rain. My happiness don't come from big. Hey, hi. Yeah. Sometimes we face some challenges in life that push us to the edge of giving up. But once you have breath in your body, that's more than a blessing. Hey, me live to see ya. Not that day, I'm so happy. My life, me just glad to me have it. Some people not have no food to eat, no place to sleep. Still a smile on them face, it's popping. Me live to see ya. Not that day, I'm so happy. My life, me just glad to me have it. Some people not have no food to eat, no place to sleep. Still the smile on them face, it's popping. Every day me wake up, me have to give thanks. And me not there 6 feet, me still a walk God land, yeah, me happy. Give my God thanks, yeah, me happy. Say me healthy and strong, go through all heap of things, but me never ungrateful. Plate empty to the bed, tomorrow me plate full. Enough time me sit down and ball and me talk to the Lord and him lift up me spirit like plane. Me live to see ya. Not that day, I'm so happy. My life, me just glad to me happy. Some people not have no food to eat, no place to sleep. Still a smile on them face, it's popping. Me live to see ya. Not that day, I'm so happy. My life, me just glad to me have it. Some people not have no food to eat, no place to sleep. Still the smile on them face, it's popping. Link up on the ends, me and my friends, we are drink up on the car.
Well, this one goes out to all the murder and slaughter of them, you know. Stop take people life too nice, man. Life is more than $1 billion thing, yo. Reaching out to all in the city, yo. Youth from jungle, youth from garden, youth from Rima Backbush, back to Huntsville Lane, Spanish Town, Mobile, Finland, Nannyville, Augustown and 2 Mile. I want to second down for a while, man. A GT again, man, here we set them now. Time around where too much people are dead. Time around where too much people are dead. We don't know how next are gonna lose them head. We don't know how next are gonna lose them head. Time around where too much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I told you we come equipped, okay? You have just listened to Gaza Kim, just giving you a taste of what it is that you should look forward to in today's production, in today's broadcast. And so, we are going to jump right to our number one interview, our number one guest that we're going to interview. We're talking about iLLEST out of Namibia, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, we come equipped. We do not come to waste time. We are here. We are ready to go. Listen to what Namibia has to offer. This is iLLEST.
Hinekotoka menarai kapeno nyami numai umapanga wanje yai puitanda kapu vipunda mam. Every time I go to bed I get on my knees and I pray the brighter day should come. Walk up every day. Been on Jadam, been on Lord, my mind. Zula like the acetone.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I gotta take this song from the top again. Let me tell you something. I played a song by 2 artists from Namibia this week, and the response I got was overwhelming in terms of persons who thought that that song was produced by an artist in the US. Again, you are listening to the one-on-one music review show where we do not disappoint. When we tell you we bring you true talent, that's what it's all about. That's what we do.
Every time I go to bed, I get on my knees and I pray the brighter day should come. Walk up every day. Been on Jadam, been on Lord, my mind. Zula like the acetone. Worrying about who my chili, my mind. Said I know. It get better every day that I go. And I know. I'll make it better every day that I know. More on my mind. I'm in bed. Hinekotoka menarai kapeno nyami numai umapanga wanje.
Let the truth be told, I'm grateful, but I know that it ain't always easy to be. I know it can break you. I know cause it ain't even easy for me. Pura maka plan, they say, and it's easy to see, but they won't let me make a better one, cause this where they need me to be. I don't even chase it for them, this for my parents and my better half and my kids, cause I need them to have chances that I never had, so I'm hustling. All over town I'm struggling, moving around I'm stumbling. I fall to the ground, but they can't keep a good man down. They want me to turn to the bottom and get stuck in my ways, cause whether I'm drunk or a worker, it's a white man getting paid minimum wage, that's a slave. But many, they don't get to choose, so mama, I'm gone, but when I'm back, I'm bringing them better days to you.
Say I know. It get better every day that I go. And I know. I'll make it better every day that I know. More on my mind. I'm in bed. Hinekotoka menarai kapeno nyama numai umapanga wanje. Yeah. More on my mind. I'm in bed. Hinekotoka menarai kapeno nyama numai.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to none other than KP iLLEST. And guess what? We have him in studio. He's here. KP iLLEST, how are you?
I'm good, Empress. How are you doing on this fine? Is it Friday?
Oh man,
Friday.
Let me tell you, there's so much challenges, but you know what? I'm just giving praise to the man upstairs, the Most High, because it is that he's my rock, He's my rock.
100%.
Yes. And I am loving.
What do they say? Him who Jah bless, no man can curse.
That's for sure. And I tell you what, I am so happy that you're here. Each and every week, I bring to the listening audience different artists, various artists from different parts of the world. And so persons haven't really heard me have on my program any artists from Namibia. Recently, I actually did Slosh, reggae artist out of Namibia. But now, persons are getting a different flavor. We're talking about hip hop. To see the different side in terms of what Namibia brings to the table. And I'm telling you, they're loving it. I already started playing your song out the gate, and I have persons that are actually sending me different questions. So we're going to get to some of those questions. But before I do, would like to send a special shout out to all my listeners that are listening right now. Right now, we have persons that are clocked in from South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Malawi, Jamaica, the United Kingdom. We have London in the house. We have Germany in the house. We have Australia in the house. We have Canada in the house. We have US in the. We have people from everywhere that's listening, let me tell you. And they're loving you, KP iLLEST. I'm loving this song. Right now. Can you tell me a little bit? Before we get into you telling me a little bit about the song, do you have any special shout outs that you would like to send out to the audience?
Actually, first and foremost, I want to send a huge shout out to you for giving this platform. It's really wonderful to help artists from all over kind of just widen their audience.
Yes.
So thank you so much, firstly, and then definitely a big shout out to everyone who's out there listening. You said Kenya's in the house. Big shout out to Kenya being in the house. If Kenya's in the house and I'm in the house, then we're in the same house. and also just a big shout out to all my people who are hit up on Twitter. When I sent the link, people on Twitter were saying, they're gonna tune in, so I better not be late. So big shout out to my friends and people on this side who have been telling me, we're tuning in, bro. So big shout out to them as well.
Wow. Well, that is an awesome introduction, Well, it is we get into this. Yes, there's so much that the audience would like to know about KP iLLEST. Rap artists. As I said before, we have had Slosh, reggae artist on here. And a few persons remember him as well. Great presence coming from there. A lot of persons were very interested. I have actually persons who had sent me messages saying that this is out of Namibia. When Slosh was on, I was like, yeah, this is out of Namibia. Now it is that I have persons blowing up my phone and tell me, tell KP iLLEST that I really love it. I love his sound, and there are a few persons that actually know you. As well, and I've actually been listening to your song. So, it's great to have fans all over the world. Where in Namibia are you hailing from? What city out of Namibia?
So I'm based right in the capital city, Windhoek. That's kind of right in the center of Namibia. That's where I'm based, in the capital. But originally, I come from the eastern part of Namibia. A little bit outside, a few hundred k's outside of the capital. But right now, I'm based in the capital, because that's where the industry is kind of very centralized.
Oh, nice. I plan to be in Namibia later this year. I'm looking forward to it. So when I'm in Namibia, I may pass through to see exactly, or to get a feel as to, the city life. I haven't been there in a long time. The first time I was in Namibia, I was around 13 years old. Now that I'm 21, that's about 8 years ago.
And trust me, a lot has changed in those 8 years. Believe you me.
Yes. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to come through and vibe. But
No, we definitely gonna drive you all over the city.
almost definitely, I'm looking forward. So the song that's playing, in the background, Moro. Can you tell me a little bit about it? It sounds more of a traditional song. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
So tell me a little bit about the song itself and what made you decide on this rendition of a song as well.
Okay, so first just to the title Moro in my native Herero, it means good morning.
Mm-hmm.
So when you wake up, you would normally tell your parents or Moro mama, like good morning mom, Moro papa, good morning dad. That's how you greet, especially elders in the morning. In Herero, and me being Herero speaking, the one criticism that I faced a lot in my career, because I grew up I spent most of my life in Kenya away from my Namibian family.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got to Namibia, I could only speak English and Kiswahili.
Okay.
Which obviously Kiswahili is not a thing here. English is also not really a big thing here. So you had to learn how to speak the native language. And my father being Herero, Herero is actually probably some of the most prideful people in the country. So my dad was like, "Oh, no son of mine is not gonna know how to speak his native language." and so when I learned it, the biggest criticism that I got is that I didn't do enough music in Herero. And I thought to myself, well, I feel like I don't have enough content and language ability to relate to the people. But recently, in the COVID-19 pandemic, over here we saw finally our unemployment rate go above 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so many people were retrenched, so many people were left without employment. So this song speaks about specifically, I felt like I wanted to make a song for the people, that kind of to show my people that I understand what you're going through. I've lived in your shoes before, and even though I'm not in your shoes now, I can still see it. And the song the chorus especially speaks about a child who wakes up and says good morning to his mom and looks around and then tells his mom, "I'm leaving because there's nothing left here for me." And this is someone who lives in an informal settlement. So he's saying, there's no opportunity here for me. I have to try and go out and get some food and get some money and just something to make things better. So that's kind of, especially in this pandemic, we did a lot of charity work, and we realized that a lot of people were hit by it very hard. So that was the motivation kind of behind the song. And doing it in Herero was just an ode kind of to my tradition.
So besides Herero, you're recording your songs in what other language?
So there's the biggest language here, which is Oshiwambo. Luckily I worked at a radio station, teaching radio station for 6 years. I told them I could speak Oshiwambo and then learned how to speak Oshiwambo. Because as my dad taught me, he said, whether you have it or not, if someone asks you if you are selling it, you tell them yes. And then you go find it.
Oh, wow.
I learned how to speak Oshiwambo, so I like to add, because the biggest ethnic group in our country is Oshiwambo speaking people. They make up more than 50%. So I like to add Oshiwambo into my songs, Kiswahili, because I'm Kenyan, and that's just for my mom, so she knows I haven't forgotten my roots. And then a little bit of Afrikaans, because it's also a big language here. But most of it, the vast majority of my music is done in English.
What would you say to our English-speaking audience in terms of learning other languages?
I think it's probably one of the best tools you can have in your arsenal. On top of learning a language, most of the time when you're learning a new language, you get to learn a new culture as well, because you get to know, someone will teach you, this is how you say good morning, but this is how you say good morning to an elder, and this is how you say good morning to a child. And then you kind of learn, because the culture is respectful in this manner to elders and reveres children as this. So I would really motivate people to learn new languages, just because of the fact that it gives you more background into other cultures. And the more knowledge we have, the more power we have.
Love it, love it. So you are, you have gained notoriety in terms of the award-winning artist, 2020 award-winning best artist in rap. In Namibia, really. So congrats on that. Love it.
Thank you so much.
What was the feeling like, in terms of being awarded in such prestige award that you have received? What's it like?
It was, the lead up to it was so nerve-wracking. When they were announcing the nominees, I went to go sit somewhere behind the bus, because I thought I got no chance in this category. There were some people who have been in the industry so much longer than me. I thought, you know what, I'm just thankful to even be here. So when it happened, I was in this big state of disbelief, but it also kind of helped me, because when you're an artist, most of the time you're your biggest critic. So it kind of helped me tell myself, you know what, you're doing all right. Don't always criticize yourself and poke at yourself. Sometimes sit back and realize you're doing a fairly, I'm not saying the best, but you're doing a fairly good job so far. So it was more like relief. It gave me relief.
Wow. Yes, again, congratulations on that. Congratulations. I am going to jump to one of your other songs, and I am going to come right back with a few more questions as well. Okay?
Wonderful. Thank you.
We're all a little broken, but last time I checked, broken curtains color the same. I can't elaborate it with the yana zedis is a yana. But as long as mama 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 as long as mama
Still on the road, living from show to show. I'm still with the bros, through all of the highs and lows. I'm still with the ones that have been there since one. I'll sacrifice if the outcome is the family's income, cause nothing is over the fan. They need it from me, say less. I'm making a plan, I'm taking a chance. I be in the street,
as long as mama
even my friends are family. Blood is thicker than water, but mud is thicker than blood. And blood, we've been through the mud. So far as I know what you blood, from sharing a bed in difficult times. Can't nobody loosen up the family ties.
Man, I do this for the love and my peace. I put nothing over family and they needs. On my knees telling God, take care of my people, please. I'll keep working in my yard and in these streets, but as long as mama
but last time
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, keep the questions coming in and keep the love flowing. It's overflowing right now in terms of what we are getting from various persons across the world. It's not even just across the continent, across the world. Okay, so iLLEST, you have an audience just mesmerized by the productions that's coming out of Namibia, and the fact that it is that your records, and I said the fact because when I listen to various songs that comes out of Africa, there's no putting any culture behind it and saying, oh my God, this is not supposed to come out of Namibia. So you have various persons that are actually listening to the track I just played, Family Over Everything, and they are loving that track. So
my favorite song.
That is your favorite song? Well, guess what? You have just made it a few other persons' favorite as well. So can you talk to me about, Family Over Everything?
It's such a close song to me because from in my family, my siblings were 13 siblings.
13?
13, 1, 3, and
people don't have kids like that.
4 of us were born in the same country.
Do you know that people don't have kids like that anymore? They have 2. That's it.
Yeah, some people. I can't believe some people have 1. I've met people with no siblings. I'm like, what? Who?
Well, sometimes it could happen that way, but quite interestingly, 13. Yes, I'm from. My mom is from a huge family as well. 16.
Whoa, 16.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new record of
16. Yes. Yeah. So tell me about the song.
So we're 13, and I sit right in the middle. So I don't know if everyone else feels like this, but I think they should. I like to call myself the glue that keeps the whole family together because I sit right in the middle. I feel like I'm allowed to feel like that, and they should also feel like that. So it's a very important thing for me. If something is not right in my family life, I won't be able to make music. If something is not right in my own household, I won't be able to make music. So Family Over Everything hit a very sweet spot in my life where for some reason the whole family was just in sync. Everyone was just okay. Yeah. And I was getting so much good energy from it that I said I have to record this song. And the vocalist who did the chorus is actually from Botswana. We met when we did a commercial for DSTV in Kenya. We met there, and he has the most unique voice that I said, no, I have to get you on a production. Plus, Botswana and Namibia are like brothers when it comes to our economies, when it comes to our populations, when it comes to our industry, some of the languages spoken. A lot of people from Botswana live in Namibia and vice versa. So when he sent the vocals back, I just said, this is perfect. And I think everything, including my family life and the music, just came together to make it a wonderful thing.
Wow. Well, quite interestingly, Botswana is also one of my stomping grounds. Shout out to Botswana as well. Yes. We got that Sabina from over there as well. She's very good. We got PJ. I'm working with a hip hop artist, PJ, out of Botswana as well. Yes. So I am a middle child as well. Yeah, I am. I'm a middle child of my family.
The glue.
Yes, yes, I am the middle child of the family, so I know, what it feels like. Well, as we go into, seeing these awesome productions that you have going on here, this song was recorded before the COVID period or during the COVID period?
It was recorded during, so I would have really loved to just drive across the border to Botswana and just have recorded with Hansi there, or him drive down here. But we recorded kind of right in the beginning of this year / end of last year. So that's when things were really, really hectic for us, and the regulations were really high. So there was no chance of any of us traveling to each other to record. So we just kind of did it over WhatsApp, and turned out perfect.
Loving it, loving it. The power of great producers and good production as well. I think one of the things as well, for me residing in the U.S., it's something that I've always said with visiting African, going to to see how some of the producers work on that, and you guys are working with little bit or nothing. Not as much up to date, products and equipment as the U.S. And to hear the sound that's coming out of Africa is just gives it for myself. I'm so proud in terms of knowing exactly what I'm looking at, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, the quality of music. It just goes to show that how powerful we are. You understand? And the things we can do beyond measures. True. Yeah.
You'd be so surprised when you get here, right? To see some of the productions that come out of here, to see the setups that they were made in. Like some producers are mixing and mastering entire songs with the headphones that come when you buy a new cell phone. Some of them are managing with that, and they're getting incredible sound out of it. And then you get a mixture, because you get some really high-tech studios here. But once again, you get to see the beauty of people who are really just working with talent and not much else, and just doing so well with it. And once again, when people are shocked by these productions, because you don't expect that from Africa, but at some point we're going to realize that we're all African in some way, and
the foundation.
That's when we're going to start to embrace everything. Because I believe everyone has a little bit of Africa in them. When you taste some nice food and you make a funny face, that's Africa. When you're with a producer and he plays you a beat and the bass hits and you go, that's Africa. So everyone has some Africa in them.
That's one of the reasons that in terms of this show itself, when we tell, at the top of the hour, it's always something that I introduced at the beginning of the show when we talk about the musical content that influences this show, that is based on the quality of the production itself, the creativity, knowing exactly how creative we can become, but still put out quality music that, can be judged as professional music and not necessarily like, I don't have this, so it's okay, I'm just going to put it out as is. It is judged on the quality of the music. COVID-19 and Namibia, how is it working out for you guys? Are you guys able to have live events at this time, or are you subjected to certain measures?
So round about the beginning, because we kind of got hit with the pandemic very late. So round about the December that the pandemic had hit, by March, Namibia was still on less than 100 cases. We were still very, very low. But then obviously things started to pick up. But right now, we're at a point where we are allowed to have these gatherings, but they're limited to 150 people. So you are limited to kind of these slightly more intimate shows with a smaller crowd, but still it's better than nothing. Because there was a point in time where there was literally nothing. Restaurants were closed, bars were closed, no events were allowed. We were meant to have Burna Boy come to Namibia, and I was meant to perform on that card as well. And COVID just spoiled that completely. So it's really, hopefully that will still come through, because I know that would be very big for the country. But yeah, it took a lot in terms of events away from us. So I know artists and event organizers, they felt the pinch and the most. They say, he who wears the shoe knows how it really is. And that was us, definitely.
Most definitely. As we talk about COVID-19, we also spoke about your production. For just an example, The Family Over Everything, that song was recently released. It's released on a mixtape or single-handedly. Is this one of the songs that's on the mixtape?
Yes, that's actually the first track of the mixtape, track 1.
Awesome. And what what are you getting in terms of persons, response? What's the response like in terms of the mixtape just far?
It's really, really good. People keep asking me, how is this a mixtape? This sounds like an album. People are saying, it's apparently my best work yet. I'm getting good responses. People saying stuff like they find a new song they like, a new favorite song every second day or something. And I can see it for the first time, because when I go to check on my Spotify or my Apple Music stats, every day there's a song that gets the highest play. So the songs that are number 1 on the project, they're kind of interchanging every week. And the project has only been out about 2 weeks, but every now and then I'm just seeing this song is up by this many plays, and then another one is up, and then another one is up. So I'm loving the response I'm getting, but the trick is kind of scaring me, because what's next? I'm kind of scared to wonder what I'm supposed to do next.
Well, just the fact that it is that I'm here speaking with you today, that shows that there was an next to begin with, right?
True. You're right. Right.
Yes, I haven't had a chance to go through the entire mixtape, but what I must say is that all the tracks that I've heard is just quite interesting. The productions are very clean and clear, well mixed and mastered. I love that as a producer. I do love that. And it's great when there's good product that's being, put out to the public, that's being distributed. We appreciate that. Yeah. And we have to say, as a producer, myself, I must say, thanks for doing what you do, because what I've listened to thus far, it's clean, it's clear, it's great music to the ear as well.
Thank you.
Now, in terms of, the response that you have gotten from the tracks that are out and from this production, is it something that was expected as a producer and as an artist? You have an idea when you have a hit, on your arms. Did you realize before releasing this that I think I got a hit?
Crazy enough, right? So we dropped. I had a really, really, really big. The song that my first ever hit song was a song called Okay, and it was really big in the country. And so I released, right before releasing the mixtape, I released something similar, and I was thinking,
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we lost KP iLLEST and we are waiting for him to come back online. So in the meantime, we give to you family over everything, okay? We'll be right back.
living from show to show. I'm still with the bros, through all of the highs and lows. I'm still with the ones that have been there since one. I'll sacrifice if the outcome is the family's income, cause nothing is over the fan. They need it from me, say less, I'm making a plan. I'm taking a chance. I be in the street.
As long as mama eat.
Even my friends are family. Blood is thicker than water, but mud is thicker than blood. And blood, we've been through the mud. So far as I know what you blood, from sharing the bed in difficult times. Can't nobody loosen up the family ties.
Man, I do this for the love and my peace. I put nothing over family and they needs on my knees.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with KP iLLEST. Yes, KP. Yes, lost you there for a minute, but it's okay. Yes, we were listening to some more family over everything. So, in terms of the project itself, did you realize you have a hit on your hands before actually, placed it in stores?
Yeah, so like I thought I did when I tried to release a little bit of a single, and this single was not well received. I mean at all. Like, one of the newspapers wrote a headline saying, KP iLLEST took a break and he's back with his new single. And someone posted the headline and said maybe he should take another break. I was like, oh my goodness. But so I kind of went back to the drawing board. I was like, hey, I said to the team.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Me, myself, and I. So I told the team, guys, I think we have to rethink everything. But luckily, the mixtape wasn't like the sound of the single. So I was worried about the mixtape. I thought the single was going to do great and the mixtape was going to do bad. But when I released both of them, the single did really so badly that we took the single off of the mixtape and released the mixtape without it. Yeah, and it did wonderful.
Wow. Well, guess what? I'm going to jump to one of your other tracks and we're going to come back and wrap up this interview, okay?
I hate to love and leave, but okay.
No, I'm going to go to this track and we'll be right back. We still have more to go and then we'll wrap up.
All right.
I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what I have, securing my happiness over the bag, Now this little light of mine, man's gonna let that shine. I ain't in a rush, I'm calm, G. I know I'm gonna get my time. It's a virtue that I'm patient, content, but I'm not complacent. Even if I missed, I'm gracious. A shot not taken is wasted. Big trophies lurking on my shelf. They ask what I do, I'm self-employed. I've been working on myself, and that's a real investment. If I ain't in sessions, I'm crushing my goals, feeding my soul, or counting my blessings. Facts. I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what I have, securing my happiness over the bag, I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what I have, securing my happiness over the bag, Yeah, one of one on my wrist, Matt Gray V6. I bought land, ain't much is left on my list. There's a roof over my head, clothing over my shoulders, so l'chaim. Far as Maslow goes, I'm kosher, overprotective about my peace. Calm when I get my peas, though. I don't need all that cheese, but I gotta feed my G's, bro. So you know what all that means. Even if you make me the topic, the only statement that affects me comes when I make a deposit. I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what I have, securing my happiness over the bag, I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what I have, securing my happiness over the bag, I put in the work, I get what I'm worth. Facts. And you couldn't be better than me in my worst. Facts. I love what I have. Facts. Facts. Securing my happiness over the bag. Facts.
Yes, guys, we are back with iLLEST, and let me tell you, we're having some connection issues.
Big trophies lurking on my shelf.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
Technology and, you know, it's games, but KP, it's a pleasure having you here. So, what are listening for our listening audience? This mixtape, where can this mixtape be found?
I put in the work. I get what I'm worth. And you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what
We're having some connection issues, ladies and gentlemen. Just a bit.
Wrist. Matt Gray V6. I bought land. Ain't much is left on my list. There's a roof over my head, clothing over my shoulders. So, l'chaim. Far as Maslow goes, I'm kosher, overprotective about my peace. Calm when I get my peas, though. I don't need all that cheese, but I gotta feed my G's, bro. So you know what all that means. Even if you make me the topic, the only statement that affects me comes when I make a deposit. Facts. I put in the work. I get what I'm worth. Facts. And you couldn't be better than me in my worst. Facts. I love what I have. Facts. Facts. Securing my happiness over the bag. Facts. Facts. I put in the work. Facts. I get what I'm worth. Facts. And you couldn't be better than me in my worst. Facts. I love what I have. Facts. Facts. Securing my happiness over the bag. Facts. Facts.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have some connection issues going on with iLLEST, but we're glad that we completed at least 3/4 of the interview. Okay, there's some connection issues, and for persons who are unaware, there's some of the challenges in Africa as well. Okay, so for our listening audience, please go out and support iLLEST. Okay, go out and support him. You are listening to Facts.
I ain't in a rush, I'm calm, G. I know I'm gonna get my time. It's a virtue that I'm patient, content, but I'm not complacent. Even if I missed, I'm gracious. A shot not taken is wasted. Big trophies lurking on my shelf. They ask what I do, I'm self-employed. I've been working on myself, and that's a real investment. If I ain't in sessions, I'm crushing my goals, feeding my soul, or counting my blessings. Facts. I put in the work. I get what I'm worth. And you couldn't be better than me in my worst. Facts. I love what I have. Facts. Facts. Securing my happiness over the bag. Facts. Facts. I put in the work. Facts. I get what I'm worth. Facts. And you couldn't be better than me in my worst.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with iLLEST, where it is that he will complete today's interview. And yes, I get to ask him 2 more questions that our listening audience have actually sent in to us. You know, we want to make sure that the fans are getting exactly some of their requesting. So KP, Sandy from out of London, she would like to know if you have to collaborate with another hip hop artist, who is your favorite?
Right now, I think my favorite hip hop artist is Nasty C from South Africa. I really love what he's doing. There are 2 homies from the UK actually that I'm huge fans of. Right now it's Dave and then the group called Crept and Conan. I'm huge fans of them. I love all of the content. They speak about Africa. They're always talking about jollof rice. They always say rice. I love some jollof rice.
Wow.
And I think lastly, this is a guy from Nigeria. His name is M.I. Abaga, and he's just all time because I feel like he's the GOAT of African hip hop. So those are my definite collabs. But I'm so open. There's so many others. Just keep the list short.
Nice. I love it. Yes. So you were telling us, my question to you before you almost got disconnected was, where can the listening audience locate this mixtape?
So it's all over all streaming platforms. So I'm talking about like Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, YouTube Music, YouTube Red, Audio Mac. You can really get it everywhere. All you have to type is the odd phrase "Kill Your Television" Volume 4, and your TV. Nothing will happen to your TV, but yeah, that's or you can also just search for KP iLLEST. It's spelled exactly the way it sounds, and you'll be able to find the music there. And I do love and appreciate every single listen. And you are very welcome to leave a review on Apple Music. We read all of those, and that feedback really helps grow us as artists.
Okay, so Ken out of Ghana wanted to know, have you ever traveled outside of Africa to perform in another country? And if you have or haven't, what's your favorite place that you desire to be or have been?
So I fell in love with London when I performed way back. I'm talking like dinosaurs roaming the earth back. When the Wireless Festival in London, I won a competition with Coca-Cola and got a chance to go perform at the Wireless Festival in London way back in 2011. So that made me fall in love with London as a whole. I've performed after that. I've really only performed in Africa, but I would really love to do. There's a beach festival in Ghana that I would really love to rock. And then, of course, Coachella. I'd love to rock Coachella and make it, I don't know, Afrochella.
Afrochella.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I think I'll bring a whole bunch of, the day they book me, I'll bring a whole bunch of African artists.
Yes, so that's just maybe a thing, but may just be a thing. So can you plug your social media handles for a listening audience?
It's KP with no space, iLLEST with no space. It's just one word, KP iLLEST. Thankfully, I was able to get that handle across the board. So on all socials, that's the handle.
Well, you know what it is. You're the only KP iLLEST. That's why you're so ill. Understand? So so that's why it's there, and it's just, was just waiting for you. So yes, to our listening audience, check out KP iLLEST across the social media platforms. That's KPILLEST, and check out the mixtape in stores. Kill Your TV volume what?
4.
Volume 4. So apparently it's done this 3 times. So check out Kill Your TV volume 4. KP iLLEST is out of Namibia. Any last minute shout outs before we exit?
I really love to say thank you to everyone who listened. Thank you to all the questions. And once again, thank you and your listeners for opening up this platform, because it helps us connect to the rest of the world. And then shout out to everybody who tuned in from this side. I hope your internet was better than mine. Thank you guys for listening.
No, yes, well, you know what it is like there are challenges. And even though myself is in the U.S., sometimes it appears that we're moving towards a third world country as well, because we do have those from time to time that happens. Those challenges as well, yes. It has been a pleasure having you here today. I really love what it is that I've listened to. And to my listening audience, if you would like a copy of this mixtape, I am giving away 5 copies today. So do hit me up, send me the request, and I will give you 5 copies of this mixtape, okay?
Oh, thank you so much.
That's what we do here. We promote great music. We support great music. Thanks for coming through. Big up to Namibia, yes, I really love the sound that's coming out of Namibia as well. And congrats.
We can't wait to have you, by the way. We can't wait to host you.
Oh, I I am so looking forward. Yes, I have a list of things on that I would like to get done while I'm there. So yes, by all means, I'm looking forward. Thanks for stopping in today. I appreciate it. Okay?
Thank you for having me.
Yes. To our listening audience, we leave you with facts, and we'll be right up with our next guest.
I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst, facts. I love what I have, facts. Securing my happiness over the bag, facts. Now this little light of mine, man's gonna let that shine. I ain't in a rush, I'm calm, G. I know I'm gonna get my time. It's a virtue that I'm patient, content, but I'm not complacent. Even if I missed, I'm gracious. A shot not taken is wasted. Big trophies lurking on my shelf. They ask what I do, I'm self-employed. I've been working on myself, and that's a real investment. If I ain't in sessions, I'm crushing my goals, feeding my soul, or counting my blessings. Facts. I put in the work, I get what I'm worth, and you couldn't be better than me in my worst. I love what I have, facts. Securing my happiness over the bag, facts.